All right. It says we are. We says we are streaming. And there you go. We're gonna start receiving your contents. Your audience will see it momentarily. We are live. However, the stream health is at yellow, so I don't know what that means. Hopefully, it doesn't cause any problems. You there, John? I mean,
Yes, I'm
Xinksly?
there. Yeah,
Okay, all
I'm
right.
here.
I-
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't cause any problems because yellow doesn't sound good. It sounds like in the middle.
yeah, I know it's kind of scary. Sadly, I have Comcast internet here in Jersey's,
So do
and
I. So
Comcast internet is complete balls.
it
So
is. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm Mr. Anderson, and I already said the other person's name, but you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, guys. Hey, I'm Inksley. Nice to meet you guys.
All right, yeah. I mean, if you've never been to my channel before, I play like old retro games that no one gives a shit about. Though I think it's completely pertinent because I like Japanese stuff, and I don't think we get enough of the Japanese titles in America. So I like to play a lot of the games that have been translated. Um, I like anime. I'm not much as crazy as Inksley is over there. He watches a lot more. He even told me what you watch the romantic animes,
uh, it depends. Like it's gotta have
like
it's gotta have
boobies
like
and
a.
sex and
No, not
tentacles.
even that. No. The only, believe it or not, I haven't really watched very like hardcore like in your face like fan service like when it comes to that. Like I've seen anime like that, but I think the hardest I've ever went into it was High School of the Dead. But
Liar.
nah, for real.
Oh, okay. All right.
Um,
All right.
but it's gotta have like a good like story with the romance. Like I think I told you about like it was like this guy picking up a girl in a rock band, but it was like it wasn't like too much romance where it was like gross.
So tell me, have you ever seen Is It Okay to Pick Up Chicks in a Dungeon?
Yeah, I'm actually on the second season of
Oh
that. Yeah,
yeah. So is that really fan servicey? Because it sounds like it would be like really fan servicey.
it's kind of like medieval Sword Art Online kind of. It's not really.
Yeah,
It kind it kind of is though.
I noticed that after Sword Art Online, there was a lot of other like animes that came after, like what Overlord, and what was the other one? Something Earth or
There was Log Horizon also.
yeah, there you go, Log Horizon. That's what I'm trying to say. It seems like a lot of those popped up. Which one came first?
To be honest, I think well, Dot Hack came out first
Well, Doc
years ago.
I played the ones that were I played the games that were on PlayStation 2, but I only played the first two.
Dot Hack was the original one,
Yeah.
and then I think it was an anime that discontinued called No Game No Life, and then it was Log Horizon, then it was Sword Art. But a lot of people don't know Log Horizon, so they automatically assume Sword Art
Yeah.
is the first one.
I
But
mean,
Dot Hack was.
I never really got into Sword Art Online. I think it's because everyone sort of like jumped on that bandwagon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like anytime someone really jumps on a bandwagon, I sort of feel dirty for liking it.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I mean?
I completely understand.
Like I have to like wear like like just wash myself with as much soap as possible, in order for me to even like really want to watch it. But I think there's actually one person. Oh, that might be you, Inksley, that's watching it. Are you watching it?
Oh, what? Sword Art?
No, the stream.
Uh, I'm waiting for it to pop up, but I haven't
Oh,
seen it yet.
you haven't seen it yet. It should just be a black screen. Um,
Yeah. No,
it says
it's on
one.
it's on your the YouTube. Mr. Anderson plays games, right?
It should be live. Yeah, I don't know how.
I think it takes a few minutes, so that's why I'm waiting
Okay.
on it.
Yeah,
I think
cause
that's how YouTube works because I know even on Twitch it takes like 10 minutes to show up, even
okay.
on Twitch.
All right, yeah, 'cause
You have to,
it does say there's one person watching, so I don't see any names. It just says one person watching. I've never done this before, so.
no, it's fine.
All
You're
right.
doing actually really good.
Anyway, so what I was trying to say before, to get to the meat the potatoes, I was talking about the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part Five. There's actually I don't know if maybe this is like a fan made game, but I did see JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, The Golden Wind on PlayStation 2, and it looks just like the TV show. Like the character designs,
Like graphic.
everything. Yeah, like down to like even like I guess they're going off the comic, the manga, but
Mm,
like it follows pretty much the anime. So I was sort of sitting there like, am I some kind of like paradox or something like that? Did they release it in Japan, like before that or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah,
odd.
because that's weird. I don't remember. I thought they discontinued PS2 games.
Well, no, this is from a while ago.
Oh, yeah, I guess because the manga has been written a long time. Because like I said, I was on the Wikipedia and there was there was like three other series after Golden Win.
Yeah, which I mean, I think I've seen some of the characters from Golden Wind actually.
Yeah.
There's like one that looks like a sailor.
No, Stone Ocean. That's the next one.
Yeah, yeah. There's one that like because there's 7 and 8, the Steel Ball Run and JoJolion. I don't want to. I don't want to even read the Wikipedias here. Like
Yeah.
for that, like I don't want to know.
That's the first time I even pulled it up. I didn't. I closed it as soon as I seen it.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause
I even scrolled up to just like 5 and just like, oh, okay, all right, let's do this. So
Yeah, I don't like spoilers either, which I understand completely though.
yeah, no
Um,
spoilers.
no.
Yeah, no
But
spoilers.
how do you feel? Because like when I sent you that link earlier about like there's only two more episodes left of Golden Wind,
Um,
or
I don't mind when things end. In fact, I think it's important. Like I hate when things get really drawn out because, all right, so this JoJo, for some reason I feel like part 5 is one of the most like I feel like it's been drawn out a little bit because in the beginning of the series when they were trying to find the boss, I felt like a lot of that was it was good, but I don't think it stacked up to the other JoJo series.
yeah, the originals.
Yeah, I got kind of bored, and my first JoJo was Diamond is Unbreakable.
That's the best one.
Yeah, and it was freaking awesome. Um, and I felt like that was just great all the way through. There might have been like 1 or 2 episodes,
Yeah,
but this one just I don't know. It didn't feel as good. Like
it felt very underwhelming,
yeah,
and
maybe it's just the
that's
characters.
they're not very relatable.
Yeah, I mean you don't like you hear a little bit about their backstory, but I don't really I didn't really care like when Moody Blues I forget that character's name when he died I was just like oh that sucks
Um, oh, what's his name?
Narancia with Aerosmith
Yeah,
dies too. Sorry
yeah.
guys, no spoilers.
We should have put the spoilers in the
Yeah,
title, but it's alright.
but like even then like I was like all right he died, you know what I mean, like who
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter,
And the
like
only one I was really interested in was Giorno. Like, to be honest, and
and to be honest
he's not even as a character, like a main character. He doesn't even feel like that half the time.
I mean the bad thing is too like every time I hear his name I think of DiGiorno pizza,
Yeah.
so I get
And
really hungry.
and they're from Italy, which is even funnier.
Yeah,
Like,
well, actually, giorno means I believe day in Italian, and Giovanni or is the female version, like the way
okay.
it's is the female version of Giovanni. I know it sounds like the same,
Yeah.
but it is pretty much the same. But um, yeah, Giorno, he's not really in the series that much. He disappears so much.
And that's where we came to our conclusion where we think he's up to no good. Yeah.
I think we're thinking into it too much.
I don't know. Did you see the last episode how OP his stand was?
Yeah, but okay, so another thing I want you to think about. Did you notice that the beginning sequence, the whatever they call it, the OVA, it if you watch that, it actually changes. So like it's almost as like King Crimson. He
Yeah.
stops it, and did you notice? I don't know if I saw this right, but Dio, instead of having like the purplish pink hair, he had blonde hair as he's spinning around
Really?
Giorno Giovanni. Yeah, look it up. Look it on YouTube. Put in like the OVA for it. I might be wrong, but he definitely had blonde hair at one point. I might be remembering this wrong. Maybe like Giorno and Diavolo is like mixing, but I swear he had
Uh,
blonde hair.
is it the newest OVA? Like,
Yeah, it's the newer OVA when King Crimson, like when crap, what's his name?
Diavolve? Or whatever?
No, Man, why he's in Stardust Crusaders when he came back. Guy in the wheelchair.
Gene.
Gene, yeah. When he came back, I started noticing that they were putting that in, and that's when I saw that he had
Yeah, let me see.
yeah, the hair. So.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to sneak something in there that nobody would notice towards the end.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like 2 more episodes too, and I just feel like a lot of it's been really drawn out too. I wasn't as excited for this season as, and I don't know, as I normally would be. 2 more episodes too, and I just feel like.
Yeah. Now, one question for you, John.
Yeah, what's going
on? I'm looking at YouTube right now. Once again, if anyone's watching this, I'm sorry for asking this, but there is the screen that says we are live, and there's a button that says unmute and mute. Now, if I hit the unmute button, I can start hearing the stream again back through my headphones. So are we even talking? Mute. Now, if I hit the unmute button, I can start hearing the stream again back through my headphones. So are we even talking?
It's not coming up for me though. That's the thing.
Well, I mean, it's saying that we're live, so
I believe that.
Yeah, I just don't want to have to hear my own voice when I.
So are we even talking? It's not coming up for me though.
It should be there. I mean, it's saying that we're live, so I don't.
I believe that.
Yeah, I just don't want to have to hear my own voice when I.
So it's not coming up for me though.
It should be there. I mean, it's saying that
I'm
we're
trying
live.
to find it actually.
So yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah. I just don't want to have to hear my own voice.
But yeah, no, I'm just hoping they can hear us.
Yeah, me too. It should be there. Let me say something. Can you guys hear us? I just don't want to have to hear my own voice.
But yeah, no, I'm just hoping they can hear us.
Yeah, me too. It should be there. Let me say something. Can you guys hear us? I just don't want to have to hear my own voice.
But yeah, no, I'm just hoping they can hear us.
Yeah, me too. Because there's one person, so. Let me say something. Can you guys?
So there is one person. Now I don't know if that's you.
Yeah. But anyway, it's just annoying because I can hear my own voice talking to myself right now.
So there is. Why don't you turn down the volume of us talking? And
but anyway,
just,
you know it's just annoying because I can hear my own voice talking to myself right now.
Hear us. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Why don't you turn down the volume of? You know what I mean?
There you go.
Oh.
But anyway, all right. Can you hear me now, John?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
All right, cool. I just turned it down. I just didn't want to have to hear my own freaking voice talking.
No, I don't.
Yeah, like it was just like an endless loop of hell. So, anyway.
I'm still looking for this for you though.
Yeah, I swear that he had blonde hair.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look that up. Like I can't. Right now. I'm gonna have to go back to the episode on Crunchyroll later and just look at it. But I can't find it on here. But I probably nobody noticed it.
I really don't think that like Giorno is going to turn evil. I think we're thinking into it too much. But like it seems that way. It does seem that way. But I think it's like too close to it. Yeah, too obvious there. Oh.
Yeah, I just don't know how they're going to do the last 2 episodes because it doesn't feel like there's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah, it's very odd. Like, I don't know.
I was reading. Like I said, I don't like spoilers, but they said the last 2 episodes will be aired at some other time, and they didn't give like a specific date because they said it was actually supposed to be split into 2 halves. And stop it in the spring, but they kept the show going because it was obviously people wanted to see more of JoJo because they weren't satisfied with this season, like we have been saying.
Well, it's going to be 38 and 39 from the link that you sent.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an hour.
An hour episode.
Yeah, an hour episode. We are streaming. It does say the status bar we're streaming. It says our stream health is good and elapsed time. So there's one person watching, which might be me. But anyway.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not too. It got a lot better as soon as like Diavolo came in, King Crimson came in,
and then Gene came in. Yeah.
Yeah, and like when like I don't even know if I'm saying it right. The Bacchiardi. When the boss, when he started, like, when you found out that he was sort of, spoilers, when he was dead, essentially.
Yeah.
Which, that whole portion where he goes off because he's dead was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, no, and that's when it started to pick up.
Yeah, and like I just felt like there wasn't those kind of hard hitting like moments
Mm.
in the series. Kind of sucks, but I'm just happy to have JoJo. I don't want to complain. I want them to keep bringing more. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah,
But I mean, I think all series have at least one like not as good.
yeah,
Like some of the like logic in that, like with the boats, like there's a boat on top of another boat. That was crazy.
that was cool.
That like it's still same JoJo, but like I don't know, it was missing something. Maybe it's like we're so used to more characters from the original series coming, and we
Yeah,
didn't see them as long. So it was like,
yeah. You know what? I think that's what. Like, so like with Diamond is Unbreakable, you had some of your like some of the older characters in there.
and it made it better.
It made it better. Yeah, exactly. Like 100%. Let me see some real quick. No data, no active stream. That's in analytics. Um, it says we're live. It does say we're live, so I'm confused here.
Yeah,
So
it should be live. It's
yeah, it says we're live. We have a yellow stream health, and we still have an elapsed time. So I don't get it. What's going on? But from what I'm looking at, it says analytics watching now. There's none, but it says stream, no data, no active stream. It says at the bottom here.
that
So
doesn't sound right.
no, it doesn't sound right. But I am live. I mean, it's saying we're live here, so I have no clue. My OBS is going off. It's saying that we're live. So anyway, um, we'll see after after all of this. It kind of suck if we weren't going live. So
I mean, it'll just be a warm up, I guess. I know that
yeah,
sucks.
yeah. But what I was about to ask you, I did have a question for you. So,
Okay.
do you think stands have genitalia?
I don't think so. I always thought them more as like ghostly or like
Yeah, but if they could be anything you want,
I guess like we were talking about like if a stand could be its own stand and its own person.
what?
I guess like normally it would be. Yeah, it could do that. I
Because
mean,
because think about it. Right now, um, King Crimson, like who is he attached to? Really?
yeah. I mean, they say Diable, but yeah, it doesn't feel like that sometimes.
I mean,
No.
I know that there can be like conscious stands
Stand.
that
Hmm.
can transfer back and forth, but like, I mean, he isn't being controlled by anything.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem that way at least.
Because even when what's his name? I keep messing up his name. Popolo, Popolo, the guy that
Yeah.
yeah. When even when he died, he was like he was waiting for the phone call. He was like, please call me again.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an unanswered. That, if you think about it, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, like so. My thing is like, if the stand could be anything you want and conscious, I mean, they got it. Come on, they gotta have to be able to have genitalia.
And if you're saying like some like we were talking about Diable, like how we think he's a completely different person.
Yeah, yeah, like that. Like I think, to be honest with you, I don't think there is. I think King Crimson. I think he's his own entity. I know
And
that.
Diable isn't even a person.
Yeah, like or at this point, I almost think he's a stand because
He looks like a stand.
he kept transforming. So like, he would transform. He would transform out of. I always forget his name. The Popolo guy. He would transform. So like you would see him change form.
Yeah, I forget his name too though.
So what if so he had he had his personality and King Crimson. What if he had three personalities? So what if he had King Crimson and Diavolo, and he was just a third, because it's so hard for me to grasp this. So King Crimson's acting on his own, Diavolo's acting on his own, and the Popolo guy, he's already dead.
But what if it's okay? This is even crazier. What if it's Dio still alive, controlling all of them?
Could I mean, but that would imply so like so with the whole Giorno thinking that he might be Dio is I went back and I watched Stardust Crusaders. In when they're in Dio's realm,
Yeah.
and when Dio uses his stand cry is useless.
And he does say useless, Giovanni or
Yeah,
whatever.
he does say useless, useless, uselessly, uselessly, over and over again. So, but the thing is, I don't want to believe Giorno is like Dio, like reborn.
Yeah, because of everything that's been going on. But
And if you remember, the only reason why Giorno was born is because Dio took control of what's his name's body. It was one of the Joes.
what's his, the original one,
Yeah,
right?
the Joe, and basically he impregnated his wife. So how is
Oh, Joe Joester, I think that's
yeah
the original.
JoJo Star? Yeah, yeah. So how if he's not a stand, how is he able to do it? How is he
Yeah,
able to take over the person's
take
body?
over. And maybe that has something to do with his vampire abilities. Sorry about my brother. Vampire abilities.
Now go to the stream right now.
Yep.
I guarantee you'll get it now.
Yeah, it's up.
It's up. There you go. Sarah, boom, boom. Okay. So I do think that I do highly suspect that Dio is now a stand.
Yeah. Sorry, repeat what you said.
I do think that Dio is a stand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like everything that I have seen and what I've heard, I do believe is a stand. Especially him being able to like possess somebody. But was that a part of the original like vampire like
I
ability?
think he. I think it was part of the original mask, and then he turned into a vampire. I think he was able to take control of people or manipulate people. I think that's what it was.
Well, yeah, he was able to manipulate people by like in Stardust Crusaders when they thought they really had to believe something in their heart for them in order to take action. So when they were like trying to approach him, he was making it appear as if they were walking backwards, not forward.
Yeah,
And,
and that's what it. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's really like the original. I wish we could talk to the creator about it because there's so much unanswered when it
yeah,
comes to that.
I'm trying to get Lucky Land Communications. I'm trying to really get his the contact information, but
The stream's good, by the way.
yeah, okay, good. It's just really difficult to find that kind of information online for some odd reason. I mean, maybe it might be even more difficult since the Kyo Annie in the animation studio was burned down. You heard about that,
Yeah,
right?
I heard about that. Yeah, like 30 people died.
34 now.
34. Wow.
Yeah, one person actually survived.
That's insane.
Yeah, like that's a shame. But anyway, on to happier news. Though I do think I do think he's a stand, or maybe the mask over time. Like my thing is, I'm trying to figure out what the mask, what the arrow, like if they have anything in common with each other.
Because we barely see the mask after that original. Like, barely.
Yeah,
Like, ever.
did they destroy it? Am I remembering something wrong?
I think at the end of the second one they did. I think I remember, but if I'm remembering correctly, I think one was found somewhere else, but I don't
Yeah,
know if it was ever touched on.
yeah, and then I mean, then he finds the three arrows in what Egypt? They say.
Yeah, Egypt. Yeah.
So like, for some odd reason, I do believe that the mask and the arrows are the same. And you know what would not surprise me is if for some reason those three arrows were maybe made from like a mask.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised completely either.
Yeah, because we still don't understand. Like, I still don't understand how the arrows work.
No, it doesn't because it like Gene's like stand
Yeah.
like Chariot
Hmm.
completely acted completely different from Giorno's.
Well, I think
So like
what they're getting at is I think each stand now. I think they're getting into like Super Saiyan mode now.
yeah,
Wow, he's getting really angry. Anyway,
yeah. Sorry about that.
no, it's okay. Now what I think. What was I about to say, man? That completely destroyed my train of thought there. Um,
Arrows in the mask.
Arrows in the mask. Yeah. Well, okay. So what happens is, I think they're hinting at the fact that each stand has what's called a berserk mode.
Yeah, the berserk mode, and they probably act differently compared to like how a person would act to it. So the stand would probably act completely different.
Yeah, I think it. I think it. Yeah, like you're saying, I think it reacts to. I think it reacts to whatever the stand does, and just boosts it, makes it better. So, though Silver Cherry, it was like I don't know, he never was really that strong of a stand anyway.
So it kind of like the arrow took him over.
Yes. Now, my only thing is too though, didn't why didn't Silver Chariot disappear when Jean died?
Yeah, they said something I think about the arrow.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
they said Gene said something that like well Gene didn't say, but the turtle said that well actually no, Gene's not dead. He's still in the turtle.
yeah, he's getting close to being dead though.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I sorry, I completely forgot about that. Now, what happens to your stand? Doesn't it happen to you?
yeah,
So why isn't Gene dead?
maybe I don't know. Oh wait, um, didn't he say as soon as the arrow got picked up and it went berserk, didn't he say his soul went into the turtle and that's the only reason he's still around? Maybe that's the only reason that Stan's still around.
Yeah, but no. What you call it? King Crimson destroyed it.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh,
he saw
yeah,
he saw the sun behind. He kept on calling it Requiem after it transformed.
yeah. I don't know why it's still. I don't know why he's still around. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they see that's unless like the stand can sort of separate itself, and maybe there's something we don't know that the arrow does as well.
And I mean, I wouldn't put it past the arrow. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I mean because that's obviously a different arrow from the one from the Diamond is Unbreakable, correct?
yes.
Yeah, so I mean they said there was three, but and then one ended up in Diamond is Unbreakable. Now the one
Isn't
that
the original one though? Wasn't that in the second series too?
I don't remember seeing the arrow to be honest with you.
I feel like it was mentioned though, the original arrow, but I don't remember seeing it either.
Yeah, there's just so many episodes in a season that I can't possibly
Yeah.
remember
No,
everything.
I can't remember. Yeah. I
Yeah.
just remember the mask like being like the first two series that was mentioned the most, and then they kind of like drifted away from it. I don't know. And then they
Well,
used the arrows.
I'm happy that they did drift away from it because I wasn't a huge fan of the series before um the stands came in.
Well, no, that's literally like what made me. I liked the idea of the other ones. I forget what they called it.
The
I
ripple.
think it was
The ghostly ripple or something like that.
yeah. Before the stands, I did enjoy it, but not as much as when I first seen the stand with
When
you know the
Stardust Crusaders, yeah.
yeah. That was just like oh, that's when I fell in love with it. But I did enjoy the other series, but I'm kind of glad that they actually like put their powers in an actual like spot
It, it,
instead of like just.
it got way more interesting.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to wrap up my question about the can stands have genitalia. So now, if your stand could have genitalia, like
What?
could you have sex with your stand?
I don't
And
know. Like,
and would it be called a one night stand?
you had to. That was funny though. Like, I don't know because some stands have more personality than others too.
I mean, really, is that what you look for in your stands? personality.
I guess. Yeah. Yeah. If I'm being honest, yeah.
Well, at least you're being honest, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, 'cause your stand can't say no, just
No,
just like
you're not
anime
wrong.
girls. So, but man, that's atrocious. I'm sorry I had to bring that up, but
No, it's fine. It's funny though. It's
how do you think this is gonna end? How do you think this season's gonna end?
To be honest, now that we have to wait till some point, I don't know when they're gonna release the next two episodes, but or the hour episode. I really with this whole series, I was kind of like thrown up. Like I didn't know like half of the stuff confused me
Yeah,
because it was so like out of the ballpark for JoJo to be
yeah,
like all over the place.
and
And
you
like you said, a lot of these people like Bucciati and Abacado, or I don't even know what his name is. Abachado,
yeah,
Abachado.
yeah. I don't
I
know.
have their names right in front of me, but that's it. But
They're so hard to
and
pronounce.
and Mista, like I
Mista,
didn't really
Mista.
like, I didn't really like them as characters. Like I did like the guy, the avocado guy. I liked him.
you
You
know,
rewind time. You know, I liked him.
yeah.
He was
He has Moody Blues. Um,
yeah,
that is his stand name. Yeah, I remember his stand
poison,
name, but not the
but
name.
they ditched him halfway through the series. The guy with the poison.
Oh wait. It just says I'm offline right now. All right, stream resumed. The stream is continuing. All right.
You're good.
Yeah,
I'm still here.
that's so weird. I don't know why I did that. Maybe it just dropped it and then it just started. It
Nah,
said, okay.
you should be fine. And then like after you get off the stream, it'll probably take a few hours for it to show up on your page because it'll like upload it.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
I mean, I like you said, Moody Blues was cool, but they didn't use them. I felt like the most underused stand was Purple Haze.
yeah, and he was really cool. I liked him.
That
But
was
he never
cool.
was used.
They had like
Them
what two episodes?
Yeah, and no, there was like three, but that was like the coolest like interaction episode. Like that felt like a JoJo episode. Like,
Yeah, with the whole mirrors and trying to get in and out of
yeah,
the mirror worlds. That was cool. And once again, the only time they really used Moody Blues was on the boat, and then when they were being attacked by the stand that can move through the water, through liquid.
yeah, and and the other time is the one time where he died, where he was rewinding time.
Yeah, I mean, no one really they didn't really have any time to shine, and I'm still waiting for Purple Haze to come back because he's not dead. He's just
I know he ditched them,
yeah. He was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm going home."
and he was like one of the coolest ones.
Yeah, I'm scared. I can't do it.
I know, and I felt bad because like even like Bucciati or whatever, his zipper like ability was really cool too, but like it was. I thought like how they used him like on the train when it was moving. That was
Hmm.
awesome. I thought that was really cool too. Like, but I felt like a lot of the stand abilities were kind of niche, like with Mister and the little helicopter,
Yeah, yeah,
little
Aerosmith.
bomber.
Yeah, little
Yeah,
bomber. Well, it's Aerosmith, but they have to change it,
yeah.
so they don't get copyright problems. Yeah, the only person that had a really cool stand ability, which was broken, was Giorno.
Hmm.
Like he had his stand ability is the most broken ability
I know,
I've ever heard of. It's so broken.
and you wouldn't think it either by looking at him. Like when the first episode showed, I was like, oh, his stand isn't really that good. Like, and then,
I mean,
but
now he's like healing people. He can punch people, and their senses go berserk. And then what else? What he's like the group healer. He's like the white mage,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He is the support.
and he can even
Like,
bring people back from the dead.
as long as they're not completely dead, yeah.
Well, no, not necessarily,
Well,
because when Bacciardi, when he came back, he was dead, but he was still in his body.
yeah. I think that had to do something with time too, though.
Well, I think when he opens up his zippers, when he opens up the zipper, it sort of creates like a parallel universe.
Yeah.
So like maybe his heart, because his heart stopped beating. I don't know. Like,
Well, that whole part when he was laying on the bus,
mhm.
dead, like acting dead, that was the coolest part for him.
I mean, that was one of his best fights when he was
Yeah.
fighting. Yeah. What that was the Grateful Dead? He was fighting. And the Fisher, King Fisher. He was
Yes.
yeah. That was probably like where his stand really got the shine because when he was fighting against Sanctuary, he was just a puss. He kept running.
Yeah, he kept running. Yeah,
Like, you gotta run, you know.
and then you realize after that whole fight, you realize he's barely like alive
Hmm.
because he can barely hear anything.
My thing, Gene, right? So when Gene did not, he said he can really only give it to Bucciardi, however you want to say it.
Yeah,
He said he can only give it to him.
but Giorno took it.
Yeah, Giorno took it. So why did why was he waiting to give it to Bacchiardi and no one else?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the only reason that Bucciardi didn't take it is because he was in Dievo's body
Yeah.
originally, and he couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, no one could because it was basically doing what
No, but
you
you
wanted in
remember
reverse.
how it would kept going through Dievo's arm originally. So I don't know if that stopped Bucciardi from picking it up.
I thought that was because he didn't have a. I thought that was because he didn't have a body.
Yeah, I don't know, but technically he was in the turtle for with Gene for a while. I don't know, like,
Well,
and Gene
no.
picked it. Gene picked up the arrow.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I didn't think he was in it. I thought he was in. I thought he was in someone else's body. I didn't think he was in the turtle because I thought he was in the guy holding the turtle's body. I
I
forget.
thought he was. I think they both were in the turtle.
Okay, because that's what confused me. Because like, okay, so why would his soul be in the turtle though? Because the turtle only has one room for one consciousness. Inside the turtle, its stand ability, there's no one in there to take over.
They said he was able to switch bodies all the time to begin with. So like, I don't know. That's where I got confused too.
Maybe okay, so I see what you're saying. Maybe he was attached to Gene's consciousness. Like
And
I
that's why he couldn't pick it up.
yeah.
Does that make a little more sense?
Yeah, I just thought because he wasn't attached to anyone, he couldn't grab it. You know, like I thought that was the issue. Like but
Yeah.
they kept on saying like he wasn't worthy enough to grab it.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe see that's the thing about this JoJo. It's super confusing.
And it's all over the place.
Yeah, it's fucking everywhere. Um, on it. But also too, this is the first JoJo where people's stands have really affected other people in the world.
Yeah, I've noticed that with Requiem and
Be-
like Purple Haze and all that.
And
Like,
sorry, not yeah, Green Day. He was killing entire villages.
I know. Yeah. I can't really think of another stand from a series that did that.
Yeah, like
Besides the wasn't the no was the remember what is the series before this one?
Diamond is Unbreakable.
Wasn't that one murderer a stand user?
He was a stand user, but like he was killing off people like one by one. I'm talking about like
Yeah,
mass
massive.
murder, like, and no
Yeah,
one's
this is
caught
the
on
first
to it
time.
yet.
Yeah, this is the first time that they've done something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different feel. I feel like the other JoJos were a lot more like fun and lighthearted.
Yeah,
Um,
there's not a lot of funny scenes in this one. Like there was always like a little like comedy
mhm.
with it, but it's all seriousness. And I don't mind seriousness, but like I think it lacked a lot of like older characters. Like we only got to see certain characters from the original series for a bit, and I mean Gene was probably like one of my least favorites to begin with.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't know why they decided to bring him back of all people.
And like I like the I think it was Reverb, the guy
Yeah,
with
Reverb.
the
Yeah,
I like him. I
yeah.
liked him.
But he was in it for 2 episodes.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And I'm waiting for Jotaro to come out, and I thought maybe like he was going to be the one waiting.
Yeah.
In the Coliseum, not Gene.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, because what was the point of searching him down? But see, to your merit, the whole bottom line though, it is Giorno Dio.
Yeah.
There has to be something in it because the Joe family is looking for him. Um,
They're looking into him, yeah.
So, but once again, we haven't seen him. So, I mean, unless he's gonna pop out in the final scene,
Or
um,
show up in like the last episode, yeah.
yeah, like, I don't understand. Maybe that was just them trying to like get like your older fans into it.
And just not show them all.
Exactly. It was like a bait and switch.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there were so many other like his whole party. Well, I mean, a couple of them died, but like Jotaro's original like gang, like there was the guy with the I forget his name, the red hair. I don't remember if he died. I don't know if Gene was the only one left. To be honest, though.
Gene. Well, you had Abdul or Abdul, however you want to pronounce it.
Who was the guy with the red hair?
Red hair.
There was one with the red. He was one of He was Jotaro's classmates, or he went to the school.
Why am I forgetting
You know,
There.
I'm
Okay,
talking
so
about
there's
though, right?
there's Abdar.
He died. I think.
Yeah, he's dead. Gene went crazy.
And Gene, because the dog saved Gene.
Yeah, there was Gene.
The
Iggy.
dog.
There was Iggy. Cujo.
Yeah.
Which is daughter of Joseph. Um, Noriki. Noriki.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And he had the stand that could like shrink. See, it's hard to remember their names because they're all named after tarot cards. It's Hierophant Green. I'm looking at the wiki now. I just pulled it up. And they could shrink down the Enter people and control them from the inside.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the whole. And I've noticed like this is the only JoJo series that usually the series after that they always bring the main character back. Like they didn't bring back Josuke or anything. He could have been really cool.
Yeah, that there would have been a lot of cool things they've done with it, but you know what? I think, like I said, I think they're going to end the arc. I think they're going to end the Dio arc.
Yeah, so that's one.
Yeah, like I do think they're going to end it because I think what they're going to do is they're going to make him a stand. They're going to make Dio a stand, and then with the new like Berserk stands, they're just going to kill. They're just going to kill Dio.
Yeah,
So.
and then do you think it's still going to continue with the Joestars?
Yeah, I do think it's still going to continue on with.
What if they start with the masks after that, and the arrows?
Well, then that would mean they would have to bring back because the masks were Pillarmen, correct?
Yeah.
So they would have to bring back Pillarmen.
Was Pillar Man where they created that like crazy like bean that they were all fighting in the?
And Stardust Crusaders, yes, and I believe Dio wasn't Dio. No.
No, he wasn't.
No, Dio wasn't a Pillarman, but what you had Cars. Cars was a Pillarman. That's the one that the Nazis were experimenting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that was a Pillarman. And I thought that the mask was like attached to the stands, to be honest with you. Like, sorry, to the Pillarmen. And I believe that the Pillarmen needed the mask in order to make themselves immune to sunlight.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't know. I think this will when I believe you, I think it will finish the though, like of Dio at least.
Yeah, because I mean, really, did they fight Dio in They didn't fight Dio in Diamonds Unbreakable.
No.
No.
It was the murderer, right?
Yeah, it was just the murderer. So I highly think that they're gonna X the Dio thing because it's been going on for how many parts now?
Yeah. A lot of people I've read up like they say Diamond is Unbreakable was like a little filler arc. Everybody says I loved it.
Yeah, it had the best ending music sequence.
It had it was a good season overall.
Yeah, like you know what? I think it's people that are like. I hate to say this to anyone who watches this, but I think there's like your JoJo fan, and then your like JoJo elitist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hardcore fan that can't have anybody but Dio. I get it.
Yeah, but the thing is too, the art style changed drastically. in Diamond is Unbreakable.
Hmm.
Because Diamond Unbreakable went for more of like your old school American comic book.
I mean, it looked nice though. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. Like that's what really got it into me. So that when I went back to the first season, I was like really really taken back by it. I was like this art, like I like the art style from JoJo, but I from the first seasons, but I really felt that the art style they started going with in Stardust Crusaders, and then they improved upon it in Diamonds Unbreakable. I really feel like that really fit like
Hmm.
the
That
the JoJo.
that's what made like I think JoJo stand out as a different anime. Like its art style is like different. I don't ever see anything like it
And
either.
they tend to use more of the traditional Japanese art style too. I'm not a huge fan of like the big eyes. You know what I mean? Where like people got these like huge
Yeah.
eyes and like they're just so like their limbs are just so how can I put it? Like I don't know. They just there's something off about them. They look more like dolls. While the JoJo art style is
Realistic.
very realistic, very traditional, and not that I care about like realistic for the most part, but like everything about it, that kind of feminine touch, like that Araki gives
Yeah.
to his characters. I don't know. It's just I love it. I just
Yeah.
ah,
I, like I said, I would love to talk to him because he is like a mastermind
I'll,
in how he
I'll
does his.
I'll try. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna react to the animation studio like burning down. And I mean, come on, like I'm like, yo, I'm Mr. Anderson, and can you
Yeah, he's not gonna care.
yeah, he's
To be
not gonna
honest.
care. But you know what? You might see like sometimes these guys are like awesome. You know what I mean? Like where they're like, yeah,
Yeah,
well,
someone will jump on it.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah, exactly. And because I want to ask him if stands have penises.
he probably laugh
Yeah, but
his
like,
ass off.
because I just want to know. I mean, it's like Mallrats. Have you ever seen the movie Mallrats?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like with the does the thing have a rocky penis? Come on, like
yeah.
you sort of just want to know, like why wouldn't you? But oh, but speaking of rocky penises, so you're talking about what Doctor Stone?
Yeah, Doctor Stone. Yeah,
Yeah, does he have a stone penis?
for 3,000 years he could have. He was frozen in time.
Frozen
Technic
in.
for 3,000 times for with stone fragments. So yeah, he probably did for 3,000 years.
He
Have
has
a
a
stone penis.
stone penis. All right. So like I went onto the Wikipedia page a little bit.
Yeah.
I know you were talking about wanting to check that out. What do you is it out yet? Did you say it was not out yet?
No, 3 episodes are out on Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay. So Crunchyroll, because if it's not free, I don't watch it.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
you can watch on. I didn't know if you had Crunchyroll or not.
well, I don't have a subscription to Crunchyroll, but I
You can
have
also watch it
Crunchyroll.
on. You can also watch it on Kiss Anime or any other website.
Yeah, Kiss Anime. I always thought that was like some kind of like really like subversive website where I was gonna get like weird like hentai porn, like
For the longest
pop
time, it was
ups.
like the crappiest site, but for some reason, the last couple months, it's been alright. But I don't know where you watch anime to begin with, so like,
Well, I do. I went on Kiss Anime. That's how I actually watched Galaxy Express 999.
okay.
Which if you haven't seen Galaxy Express
No,
999,
I've seen it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like yeah, like Captain Harlock. I mean, I do watch anime, but it's all like the like not relevant stuff anymore. Like I was a huge fan of the Get a Robo series, which is like Voltron meets like Guyver.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Get a Robo, but yeah, go ahead. So explain Doctor Stone.
Okay, Doctor Stone is basically it's like you can hear me just fine, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's a scientist, and I guess they're high school students. He's just a he's they're in high school, right? And he's a scientist, and there's this girl that I guess the main character, because I guess the scientist isn't really the main character. It's this guy named Tojo, and
Tojo.
yeah, Tojo,
Tojo.
and he's like this big manly guy, crazy, always screaming, like typical anime
Oh, does he cry a lot?
character.
Be like, yeah, I noticed that most
No,
anime characters they get these really fucking awesome abilities, and then they're like, I don't want
no,
awesome abilities.
no, he didn't really like even when like the 3,000 years passed, and everybody was turned to stone. Him and I guess the scientist Senku woke up
Hmm.
3,700 years into the future.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even the future because by the time they woke up, it was like um dinosaur age again, but there was no dinosaurs. It was just like cavemen. So it was like I'm trying to think what he said. He was like, um, humanity came from technology and then back down to nothingness. Basically, what it was.
Oh,
Everything like fell. All the skyscrapers fell, and all that.
so like one, I'm guessing like everyone sort of woke up out of, and then
No, there's only three right now. Every episode they've been waking up somebody, but I don't know.
okay. So when you say like the Stone Age, that means just like people just, like it reverted back to Earth, reverted back to more natural state.
Yeah, not yeah before technology and everything.
Okay. All right. Because I'm looking at some of the artwork, and like the main character, since I don't know if this is the same dude. Some of the pictures he's got blonde hair.
No, that's probably the original. I think it was made back in the 70s. This is
Okay.
the reboot.
Yeah, because I'm
Um,
getting like a real strong Yu-Gi-Oh vibe from this guy. From the
oh,
one I'm looking at.
Sengu
Yeah,
or
it's like,
Senku?
see, like,
Yeah, he does. He does look like somebody from Yu-Gi-Oh, doesn't he?
like all the. You ever notice that like it looks like
They have crazy hair.
if you
Yeah.
brushed up next to someone's chin in Yu-Gi-Oh, it looks like it would like puncture your flesh and like rip it all off. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
they're
you
so
do get a
pointy.
vibe from that. When I
Yeah.
first seen him, I was like, oh, he's gonna be evil, but he's just really smart and like always menacing. Like he's always thinking of something terrible, but he never does it. Like
Well, usually your competent anime heroes are just fucking assholes.
yeah, and that's what he is.
Yeah.
And I'm on the list of Wikipedia characters, and the ones that are highlighted are the only ones that well, I guess they spoiled episode 3 for me.
Well,
But,
yeah, you shouldn't look on Wikipedia too much.
no, they just by the character highlight it.
Yeah.
They told me who they woke up, but like
I mean, but the thing is, though, how do you even know? Like, it can't really spoil anything for you because it
yeah.
should just be a name. You don't even know who they are.
Well, no, I know them. They have a picture right here. But, like,
Okay, well, thanks.
well, what's the worst part about the main character? He doesn't cry, and he's like a real bulky guy, and Senku is just a scientist, so he does all the hard labor, while Senku like does all the science stuff. And they did
It's very
like
scientific. He does all
yeah,
the science stuff.
yeah. So basically, they made wine, and then they because the stuff that made them break the stone was some I think it was a nitrous acid made by a bat,
Okay.
and for some reason there was like there's some alcohol in that for some reason, so they mixed that with alcohol, and they actually broke a bird out of the stone, and it just started flying. So that's what they did,
So
and then
they put bat poop on a bird.
basically, and
Yeah.
it broke them free.
What
Yeah.
revenge? I mean, because that bird probably shit all over Bat, and now he's like, I'm gonna shit all over you.
And it's like really cool. I guess the scientific like part about the show is just like interesting to watch because they sit there and they'll just like build stuff out of nothing.
My question is like, what is the like besides them like surviving? Is there like a
An end game.
have they introduced any enemies?
That's the weird part. The second episode. I mean, sorry for any spoilers if anybody's watching, but uh, his name is Tukasa. Tukasa. It's like yeah. I don't know why his
Let's
name's
be
like
fair. Let's be fair though. Like if you're in the second episode, that's like saying, "Oh, this cover has spoilers on it." Like showing someone a cover to a movie has
yeah,
spoilers. Like
that's true.
it's the second episode. Like you're just
Okay.
yeah.
Well, he's the typical like. I wouldn't call him a foe, even though he acts like it. He's like the really like the one guy that like knows how to hunt and everything, so he helps the main character like learn to hunt and stuff and fight, and like they fought a tiger and they brought him back because he looked just muscly. They were like, let's bring him back because the tiger was chasing him.
So wait,
They
did
didn't-
did they make friends with
Yeah,
the tiger?
He's friendly. Oh no no no!
Oh, I thought you were talking about like
Dead.
yeah okay. I
No.
thought like Tony the tiger like came out of the stone was like
No,
oh
that would be
yeah.
No, well, that's the thing. All the animals besides the birds didn't turn to stone. So all the dogs and the tigers and all, like, got out. And the other reason that like there's tigers walking around is because people turned to stone and they showed it. Like like when zookeepers clean the cage, well, they left the cage open when they got turned to stone,
Oh,
so
so
the
they
tigers just walked out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean
So that's how.
that's kind of it. The storyline. Know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you ever played Dragon Quest 5. I think it was. There's a sequence where the main character gets turned into stone, and he's like there for I think he's turned into stone for like 14 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And you sort of just like watch him, and like people are messing around with the statue. It's actually really, really, really sad, and that's what that reminds me of a little bit, like um, the whole stone thing. Like,
And they were alive this whole time throughout the stone too. So it was like
did they
that's the
see?
worst part.
Did they see what was going on?
Yeah.
So like they could
Yeah.
like they literally were just sitting there staring at a wall, like or
That
whatever.
they were out. Well, I don't know how the original the scientist he was inside of the school,
Okay.
and the girl, there was a girl. This is the whole main part. Tajo, the main character, the loud guy.
The
Senku was
loud
like,
guy.
yeah, the loud guy. That's what I'm gonna call him. Senku was like, just go tell her you like her. Like he's liked her since middle school, and he
Yeah.
was like, it's been like 15 years or 12 years or something since they went to like like they're a senior this year,
Okay.
and they were like, he was like, just tell her, and he was like, he started to tell her, and they turned to stone. Like
Oh.
that's the like ironic thing. And he woke up next to the tree, and she still turned to stone.
So it is a romantic.
Sort of, but like it's not focused on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
but that's like his whole goal to like make sure, because he's woken up and people from like the damage of like the world changing have been turned to like nothing. Like they broken, like their legs have been broken off because of the Stone Age. Like
Now,
some people were like laying down and got crushed.
now, okay. So what if you woke up and like a part, like, would you wake up if a part of your leg was like broken off and like blood? Like, would you start bleeding or would you just be dead?
I think because time stands still, because they didn't age throughout these 3,000 years. I
Okay.
don't. I don't think. I think you would wake up with a broken leg and it would start bleeding. Now, obviously if your head was cracked, you wouldn't wake up. But
Oh yeah, because I mean, your head's
dead.
cracked, so you're
I
dead.
don't. I don't know though, because you might die automatically when you come out of that, because time is frozen too.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that might be another thing that makes it gruesome. But
Now, I mean,
um,
what would really suck is if like you were at like a strip club or something like that. And I know I'm going back to penises,
it's
um,
fine.
but it, like, you're at the strip club and they got turned to stone and then you got turned to stone. Now you're just looking at like ass in your face the entire like how many years you're
You
waiting.
just be laughing.
Yeah, like and like you'd wake up with blue balls.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That would
And that's
suck.
what exactly. Yeah, for 3,000 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure if I have any faith in anime, that's what's gonna happen. And there's got to be a character that's had that happen to him.
There's going to be like I was looking at the characters right now, and there's this old guy, and he just looks at.
Most old men in animes are
that's,
complete fucking pervs.
that's what I mean. Like, and that's I'm looking at him right now, and I'm just like, yeah.
I was
Like
sorry, go.
it makes sense though. No, it just makes sense. Like what you're saying. Yeah.
When I was playing Police Knots,
Yeah.
there's a character in it. Man, what's his name? He's like Doctor Frankenstein. I forget why. I'm forgetting his name. I just talked to him in the game, but he's a perv. He's a complete freaking perv. He's like 60 years old, and of course, like he touches every girl's butt. But that game's full of that. Like, there's a scene in that game where you're like on an airplane and you can like molest the airplane attendant,
That's
the
crazy.
stewardess. Like, you literally smack her boobs and it like shows them moving. It's like the only thing that moves on the screen. And of course, like you can ogle it, and of course you don't get in trouble. They just let you. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
that's anime though. That's like core. Like
yeah.
and it's funny because Japanese people are so like reserved. But
Well,
when it comes to like their anime, it's like
I think it's sort of like the more you bury something, you know what I mean, and the more
yeah,
you sort of want to see it. And I think it's good. I think it's good for society because in this day and age, like you have a lot of your movements that are sort of trying to suppress like artistic freedom and everything like that. And I kind of think that I don't know. The more you see something, um, I'm not saying that it's right, to like be grabbing up on people's boobies, but I think that's a way for them just to, get it out. You know what I mean? Better to do it with a cartoon than
yeah.
do it in real life. You know what I mean? I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
No,
like,
but I understand completely what you mean though.
yeah, like, but it is rife. It's completely rife. I mean, that's why you have so much like hentai and everything in video games. I mean,
Oh yeah, and just like which makes a lot of sense. Like it makes it like people not as like weird when it's seen now. So like you said, it's good for this day and age.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot like Japanese people. Let's face it, they are weird. I mean, maybe it's because they got nuked twice.
Yeah.
But like even then, even before the nuke, there was an image. I don't know if I can find it, but there's an image of like squid like tentacle porn. I
I
don't want to
believe it.
put this on Google. I really don't want to, but it's like a
Don't do
really
it.
yeah. There's a really old like image, like drawn image that was made like back in like Imperial Japan, and it's literally of like a geisha being like tangled up by,
The tentacle.
by tentacles.
I, I believe it. To
So
be honest,
like
I don't put anything past them.
yeah, like you know what I mean? Like maybe that was their form of anime. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a tentacle porn. Whoa, you know. But even Korean media is just weird as shit. Like I was gonna talk to you about it. Have you ever seen or heard of Ricky O?
No. Who is it?
All right, so Ricky O, it's actually based off a Korean manga, and basically it's like in like a dystopian future, and prisons have been like privatized. So
Yeah.
every prison is like run by a corporation, and Rikio is just like this normal like muscle ass dude. He's sort of like Ken Shiro from Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend, or sorry, his sister gets killed, but in Japan, like your sister is your girlfriend. I don't know, it seems that way anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very
I know what you mean.
important for brothers and sisters to be close in Japan. No offense to anybody from Japan, but that's how it comes off. Anyway,
No, there's a bunch of animes that act like that though.
yeah,
Like,
it's weird as shit. Akiba Strip's one of them. Anyway, so his
oh,
sister gets murdered by like these gang members, and Ricky is shot like 5 times, and of course he gets like sort of like the Fist of the North Star like scarring on his chest.
yeah.
So he goes back and he ends up killing like some of the gang members, and he goes to jail. He gets sent to jail for it, and basically it's about him trying to like live in jail, but like everyone there just is complete dicks, and they all want him to die. And when I say this thing is like this film, because this is a live action film, is super freaking gory. So the ending sequence, I'm not going to give too much away, but the villain has this gun that when he shoots you, it makes you like grow like a balloon
Okay.
until you friggin' explode. And the ending, at the end, the main character said, in real life, they interviewed him, and they said that all the fake blood they used in that scene, it took him weeks to wash it out of his skin.
That's creepy.
Yeah, have you ever watched Trauma? Like any Trauma films?
No.
All right, so Trauma does like Toxic Crusader. Um,
Yeah.
in fact, the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy, Gunn, the director,
Yes.
one of his first films was a Trauma film, which was Igor and the Lunatics. It was like a softcore like porn with super violence, but that's what Trauma films are. And basically, if I can't really give you an explanation based off of that, but since you don't never seen a Trauma movie, if you haven't, you should.
I'll
Toxic Avenger
definitely
is
look.
really good. Toxic Avenger, check it out. They even made a cartoon show about it, Toxic Crusaders. But what what they really did was that they mixed like just ludicrous comedy. Like there's a scene in Ricky O where he's fighting this dude like in prison, and the guy basically ends up cutting Ricky O's like ligaments so he can't like move his limbs anymore. So what he does is he ends up tying his ligaments back together with his teeth just so he can fight again. This movie is it's completely outrageous. Like if you
That's
ever,
funny. I'm gonna have to watch it.
I own it. I do own it. It was like $26 at Fye, and when I saw it, I had to just to grab it. It was pretty fucking funny, dude. Very
I'm
funny.
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to watch it.
You might be able to find it. It's one of those movies that are like they're really cult like classics. I thought it was Japanese, but it's Korean. Like it's just really odd. Like, but They tend to do that a lot though. Like Old Boy. Have you ever seen the Korean Old Boy?
Yes, I have
Okay,
actually.
yeah, that's actually based off a Japanese comic book, and then the Koreans took it and made it into a live action film.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So it's not even just Japanese people; it's Korean people that are weird too.
well, I mean, I, I don't see. I'm not like an expert on any of this, but like, I don't think I'd be able to tell a Korean person from a Japanese person.
Well, no, I don't blame you.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
wouldn't.
normally only Japanese and Korean people can do.
Yeah, because like even there was one movie mm, it was a Jet Li movie, Fist of Legend. Fist of Legend. It's basically about the Japanese takeover of Japan during like the World War II era,
Yeah,
and even in that film, the characters couldn't tell that Jet Li wasn't Japanese, and that was like a plot point at one point. So it's sort of like how do you? I mean, there's got to be some kind of difference, but I guess like if I'm from the north and someone's from the south, you really can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean no, but I definitely will check them out. They sound interesting though.
Yeah, dude, Ricky O. It is the best worst movie you'll ever watch. Best worst movie you'll ever watch though. But yeah, I definitely I do want to check out Doctor Stone. I don't know. I'll have to find time to watch it because even then, like watching JoJo was like a chore, like trying to figure out with my daughter and everything like
Oh
that.
yeah, nah, take your time.
But I do want to get to that. There was one other anime that I saw that I wanted to watch, but what was that?
Fire Force.
Oh yeah, I did see Fire Force on because I was looking up upcoming animes and
Yeah.
yeah, Fire Force I did see that though I like it when they do this crap when they sort of mix like firefighting and make it like anime like it's kind of ridiculous that they did it with Battlefield Baseball, I think it was.
Yeah.
Like I like when they really do that like
It
but
gives you something different to watch.
yeah, like it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I'll have to check that out too. Though Shonen seems to be really like,
Pumping it up.
yeah, like all their.
That's another anime. The newest. Well, it's been out for a couple months now, but it's called Demon Slayer. I don't know if you've heard of it. That's like the
No,
newest,
no, but
like their biggest show in anime. But
oh no, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry to say this. Okay, this is terrible, and what a coincidence. Do you know who does Fire Force?
yeah.
Kyoto Animation.
Well, that would make sense that the episode didn't come out this week.
Yeah, and Fire Force, their
Yeah,
building caught on fire.
that's
And they're working on fire. It's like the Leonard Skinner album cover where they're walking away from a flaming, plane crash, and they die on a freaking in a plane crash.
that's crazy. I don't know if like the series was already made though, but I haven't seen a new episode this week yet,
I mean,
so that would.
I think, to be honest, I don't think they really. I think they do the entire series before
Really?
releasing it. But I really hope they didn't lose any kind of source material.
That's what I mean, yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's crazy. I wouldn't
Ooh.
even have thought because that's scary. I mean, you have to be a crazy person just to do that in general.
Yeah, like, that's the first time I've ever really like you don't really hear about that kind of stuff in Japan. Like you hear
No.
about people killing themselves, but like you don't hear about like mass murder or like arson or anything like that.
Yeah, and and it's ironic that they're making a fire anime.
Yeah, and that just happens to happen. And it is coming to Toonami though.
Oh well, then that's a good sign. Because it's actually I don't know how to take it yet. Like it's one of those animes I've watched. I like it, but I don't know where it's going yet. It's only on episode 3.
Yeah, because it's on Crunchyroll as well. I'm seeing here.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly where it's going yet. Like I
Well,
don't understand it yet. Like I
well,
get they're fighting fires, but I don't know like the end game to it. Like they haven't gone that
I mean,
far.
what do you
Yeah, like
want? Do you want like a giant like fire robot? I mean, like they're fighting
no.
fires.
So
I am seeing
I
lightsabers.
just don't know where it's going. Is what I mean.
Okay. I
Like
mean,
the main character's parents died in a fire, and
w-
he wants to save people from fires.
would it be better if there was like a love interest between him and fire? You know what I mean?
Nah, no,
I know
not
you
at all.
like your
Nah,
romantic
I know
anime.
you're gonna bust my balls on that, but
Oh,
no,
when I see you, it sets my heart ablaze.
nah.
That's because it's fire.
To be honest, when I watch a lot of like, usually like when it comes to like at least showing, I've noticed
Yeah.
a lot of the main characters that like the girl or the girl likes them, they usually try to hate each other.
Yeah.
So that's never like a problem. That's like a recurring theme in anime, at least I've noticed.
I'm seeing some kind of like resemblances to this and Soul Eater.
That's what, yeah.
The like I don't know why, but the like the smiles and stuff like that they have reminds me a lot of Soul Eater. I don't know
The
why.
Soul Eater, and I thought about Full Metal a little bit too.
Well, Full Metal, like I really wish I could get past Full Metal Alchemist. I started reading the manga, but I don't know. I just there's too many of them.
Yeah,
There's
you're not wrong. There is
like
too many.
I was like 12 deep, and I still had another like 30,000 to go.
Yeah, no,
Like
that's how it is sometimes.
I know. I'm actually looking at one of the characters now on Fire Force. It looks just like Alphonse. No, I'm not. Yeah, the older brother, Alphonse, right, from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
He looks very similar to Alphonse.
which one? Is
He's
it?
got blonde hair. It's
Yeah,
it,
Arthur.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. That reminds me the outfit he's wearing. He looks like an alchemist. He looks like a state alchemist for some odd reason.
that's what I. And when I seen him, because he got introduced in episode 2, I was just like, oh, that he. To be honest, though, the art style does kind of look familiar to
Yeah.
those two animes. I don't know why.
Did you look at the artist?
No, I should though. Shouldn't
Yeah,
I?
yeah. Well, we have this magical thing called the internets.
Never thought about it though. You know what I mean? Like,
Illustrated by Atsushi Okubo. Oh, his manga series Soul Eater.
there you
Boom!
go.
I was right.
Soul Eater, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. And I don't. Soul Eater. He's only done Fire Force, Soul Eater, and B Ichi. Sorry guys if I was really loud. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew. I knew it. Boom. But yeah, I just that smile the one character had just was like that's Soul Eater right there. But
It does, yeah. Well, it makes sense now.
yeah, oh wow, did you know too? Atsushi Okubo also did some character designs for Bravely Default.
No, I didn't know that. Wow.
Have you played Bravely Default?
I've seen gameplay of it. I've never played it.
It's good. It's one of those. I don't want to spoil anything. It's one of those. It's one of those like RPGs where the main characters, you're it pisses you off sort of because they're so dumb.
Yeah.
And the twist is that I'm going to tell you the twist is awesome. Like once you know the twist, the rest of the thing it just makes the main characters just look. I can't say anything, but it's good. If you have a 3DS and you haven't played Bravely Default, I highly suggest you do.
I definitely will.
I beat it when I was on my FMLA break. I sat for a week. And I beat it in a week, which I didn't think I could. I put like 60 some hours in it. I did that more than work. So, but
I don't blame you.
yeah, but
Some games are like that.
yeah, Bravely Default. The cool thing about Bravely Default is that they have you have your characters, but you can switch out their jobs
Okay.
to whatever you want, and then you can carry over some of like the abilities that you have. And essentially, combat works like you can either brave or you can default. And when you brave, it gives you extra turns, up to 3 turns more, or it gives you up to 3 turns. However, after that, you are inactive for 3 turns.
Oh, okay.
So you can't do anything for 3 turns, or you can default, and basically allows you to defend, and you can use the turns that you defaulted to brave and not get the consequences of braving. Really good though. It's friggin' awesome, man. But
I'm gonna have to check it out.
yeah, Fire Force. This actually, yeah, this looks really good. It's just a shame that that had to happen. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that. How many
I
episodes are
did.
out for it right now?
It's only episode 3. I think should be coming. Oh wait, yeah, no, tomorrow. Episode 3 tomorrow.
Well, they did say that it was delayed. That was 1 day ago.
Oh, okay. Well, then it was delayed. I don't. I hope it's not to do with the fire. I hope not.
Okay,
I hope
yeah.
they. I hope they published it.
Well, I mean, 34 people did die in that fire.
I mean, I don't blame them for delaying it for that reason, though.
Yeah,
But I
but
just hope it didn't like destroy any of the material.
well, I know Japan. Japan. Excuse me if I get this wrong. When what Itoi died from Nintendo.
Yeah.
I believe they just kept on working, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a grievance period in Japan for that kind of thing. I think they think that if they stopped working, it would sort of insult
Him.
him, if they just stopped working. So I don't know. I mean, it is your building just did burn down. You lost 33 people. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
definitely gonna take maybe a week break at
Yeah.
least, if anything.
But the good thing is there's only 24 episodes, so it's not like one of those series like Dragon Ball Z Super where there's like
Yeah.
a thousand friggin' episodes.
Yeah.
Uh,
So it's not too bad. Like
yeah.
or One Piece that's on 900 next week or something.
Have you ever seen one I do suggest you've probably seen it though. I enjoyed it. You ever see Paranoia Agent?
Yes, I have.
Okay, all right, yeah, dude.
I loved it.
Yeah, yeah. I did not know what was going on at any point in that anime,
A lot of people did it.
but at the same time, I enjoyed it. It was sort of like Fooly Cooley. Like I had no clue what was going on in that entire anime, and then they released season 2 and what 3, and those I stopped
They
watching.
sucked.
Yeah, they did. They really sucked. Um, I think that's like now we're talking about JoJo when you're sort of waiting for an older character to come back and they don't. I think
Yeah.
that was the issue with the new Fooly Cooley. I wanted to see the original character like as an adult.
And yeah, like like literally didn't have any of that. Like
Yeah, they got too coherent. I guess you could say. I think that's my problem. Like it was too coherent. The storyline was too coherent. Like I don't know. If you're gonna play it one, and then the art style completely changed, which
I mean,
bothered the hell out of me.
it's been so long though, so
Yeah,
that
but
always happens.
I really like the kind of like easygoing, like laid back art style that they had, and I felt that it really fit that series. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, but I've never read the manga. Like the only mangas I've ever read were Full Metal Alchemist, not all the way though. Death Note, which was actually my first manga I ever read.
I think that was my first one too, to be honest.
No, cause okay, so animes like to me before I started like before I read like manga, were either to me were either about giant robots or like hentai pervy stuff.
Yeah.
And when I read Death Note, it sort of opened my eyes to the possibilities of like anime that didn't all have to be about giant robots or tentacle porn.
And I think that's the whole like bias.
Yeah, I mean that's
I
what a
think
lot of people say.
a lot of people thought that. I think I thought that at one point. I think the only anime that I knew was like that would come on would be like Dragon Ball. Obviously, I don't even count that as an anime, and Naruto. And then Death Note came on, and I was like, oh, then that's when I started getting
Yeah,
into it.
because it was much more serious. It was much more adult. And now then I read Lone Wolf and Cub, which
Yeah.
I'm really surprised there isn't an anime for it.
Yeah, people have been asking for that one for a,
They
for a while.
they have a live action one. It was like
I know.
a mini
Yeah.
series.
But I've read online that they do want an anime of it, just they don't ever deliver.
Yeah, I mean, I love the art style. It's the much more traditional Japanese art style, and I don't maybe they think there's no interest in it. I mean, like they've done it before, like Mega Man Legends 3 when the 3DS was coming out. Capcom was like, "Oh, sign this petition. Tell us if you want Mega Man Legends 3." thousands of people signed it, and then they said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do it." So they released all this like promotional period pieces for it, and then one day Capcom was just like, "Oh, there's not enough interest. We're not gonna do it."
Why did they say it to begin with?
I don't know. Obviously, there was enough interest, and they were making it because they were showing like gameplay footage and everything like that. I don't know. Have you ever played the Mega Man Legends series?
Yeah.
So
Sure.
have you ever did you play through all of two?
No.
Okay, so
But I've played it though. Like I've played the game. I just haven't
spoiler
played
alert.
through.
If you don't want to hear this, tell me now.
No, you can tell me. I don't
Okay,
mind about that.
so the end of Mega Man Legends 2 is a cliffhanger. He gets left on the moon. So like it just like Shenmue, right? Shenmue and Mega
Yeah.
Man Legends 2 are like my world's biggest like cliffhanger games where I'm just like I'll never see this. I'm going to die not knowing if Mega Man ever got from the moon. I know that's a really important question to answer. Does Mega Man get back from the moon? But like finally I'm getting Shenmue 3. Um, though they're leaving it open for another sequel, which I don't fucking know why they do because they made me wait like what 15, 16 years until they release this one. If they think they're getting more money for a fourth one, they're out of their fucking mind. But
Yeah. No. I
Mega
don't
I
think.
I just don't maybe Mega Man Legends I don't know what was going on with Capcom and the creator at the time. Maybe there was a falling out between Capcom with
Yeah.
Capcom and the creator because he went on to do Mighty Number Nine. That was just an awesome game, you know. Um, and now Capcom just does Resident Evil games and Street Fighter games.
Yeah. Pretty much. I think they did the Mega Man the remaster on PS4 a few years ago, but that was it.
Well, they did what 10 and 11,
Yeah.
which was like more of your old school Mega Mans.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I remember that, but so he never got off the moon, or they just left it like
They
that?
left it like that, man.
That's horrible.
Yeah, so like you're waiting. I mean, that came out what like 2000 maybe, like or no earlier
It's
than
not.
that.
It's not coming out.
Yeah, it's never gonna come out. Like, and the screenshots they showed were fucking awesome, man. Like, it broke my heart, man. It really broke my heart.
Why would they show like? Why would they like get your hopes up? It's like you know the memes with Half Life and all that stuff. Like
Yeah, Half Life. What?
they always
3?
say it's coming out or all that stuff, or it's never coming out. Like at least they didn't show like screenshots.
Well, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, they keep on bringing in like they always put Valve. Like Valve always says something Valve that could allude to it.
Yeah.
But to let everyone know, Half Life 3 is never coming out. It is never
Oh
coming
yeah,
out.
never coming out.
Yeah, don't even hold your freaking breath. There is more of a chance of
I think Left 4 Dead's actually getting worked on by a different company.
well, yeah. I mean, what does Valve do now? They sell games to people.
I think the only game they even like care about is CS:GO.
Well, note the sad thing is, when I worked at GameStop, I got a code for free Steam games for life. Well, Valve games for life. So anytime they release a Valve game, I get it.
Really? Wow. Wait, GameStop gave that to you?
Yep, because I was the store manager there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so anytime Valve releases a game, which is never, that's probably why they gave it to me. I get it. So like I have all these junky games on my Steam. Like I have like the source of everything. Like
Does that mean you have CS:GO too?
I believe too. Yeah, yeah, I believe I do. I have to go into my Steam library. I have it up right now. Like think about it. Like I probably have it. Like I have all the Team Fortresses. Um, I have all the Left Deads. I have all the Half Lives. All even the Lost Coast, which was just a beta for Half Life 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like what is it? Counter Strike. Yeah, I have Counter Strike. No, I don't have Go. I have Counter
Go
Strike.
is their newest one. I think that's the only game they care about anymore.
Global Offensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have that one.
that's the newest one.
Yeah, yeah, I do have that one. However, if you ask me to play that, I will play it, but I will die, and I will die hard.
That's alright. I'm crap at it too. If we ever do play.
Yeah, I was watching you play Apex Legends
Yeah.
for however many year or so that was, and yeah, I wouldn't be able to play like that. But let me know, how many times did it really take you to actually get those? Like, how many times did you die in between those shots?
Let me see. When I first started playing,
Yeah,
I was really terrible. It would be like game after game, you would just drop and die.
yeah.
It's frustrating.
It's like
Now,
Planet Side. Just die.
oh yeah, oh Planet Side. Oh, don't get me started on Planet Side.
Yeah, I think I heard you shit yourself.
Oh
Like you
man,
would
I
back.
remember Planet Side. Like I don't miss Planet Side. Is if that's what you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like no.
Like I didn't really play Fortnite
Mhm.
either because like I don't like games that are really overhyped. Like kind of like you with anime. I don't like overhyped games. Fortnite, I played it for a bit before it got really popular, and then as soon as it got popular, I stopped playing it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's what like pop culture does to things. It really just like it destroys things like AAA. Title
Hmm.
like AAA games like Dead Space 1 and 2. I love that game. Like those games were awesome. And then EA bought them out.
Everything. You know, it's funny. Apex is owned by EA.
Well, you know what? Apex Legends. The funny thing about Legends is it came out when Metro Exodus came out.
Yeah,
It came out when what? Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out, right? Am I right?
yeah, yeah.
It came out when Rage
Right.
2 came out.
Yeah.
How the hell did that survive?
I don't know. I think it was because it's a battle royal, and that's all the rave right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what everyone does, and I don't like. I like to play with myself. Okay,
Yeah.
I love just sitting in my room in front of my computer screen playing with myself. That's what I like to do. I mean, playing games. All right, like
Yeah, no, yeah, like single player games. I
or
get it.
even like closed like multiplayer games. Like I do like that, or like Planet Side 2, right? Like
Hmm.
even though that game makes me shit myself every time I think about it because I die every 5 minutes. Um, Even that's fun when I play with somebody else. But games that are just purely that's all they are, like online multiplayer, I play it for
Yeah.
maybe a week and I'm done.
It's funny because I don't like battle royals, and it was funny. My brother asked me, he was like, "Why are you still playing Apex?" I was like, "I don't know. There's something about it. I'm actually okay at it. Like every, like I played PUBG and Fortnite, and I always would get like destroyed, and I would never get good. But now I've played it so much, I kind of know how like to react and like know when somebody's coming behind me
Yeah, I
or
mean,
something.
is
I
there a
like it. Go
good
ahead.
progression system? Like it what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're definitely rewarded, and that's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm like over 100 as a level, but like, and it's been out for a while. But yeah, no, I think like I don't like multiplayer games either. To be honest, like you, the only games that I play that are multiplayer would be Apex, Overwatch, because it's obviously Blizzard. I don't play Overwatch as much though. I kind of hate.
Overwatch is like I liked League of Legends, and
Yeah.
from what I saw about Overwatch is that it was sort of like self-contained games, so it just didn't keep on going and going and going. The matches were like kind of quick,
Mhm.
and you could like sit down for 20 minutes at least with League of Legends, and then you were done.
That's how. Yeah, that's exactly how Overwatch is.
Yeah, like it
And
was very
I
quick.
told you about it. There was a like a lot of the abilities from League of Legends are the same.
Oh yeah,
Like
well a lot of the characters like I saw one character who's like a cowboy. I was like that's Graves.
yeah, and then I told you about the guy with the hook.
Yeah, and they have what like there's what's his name, the ghost dude. He has the hook.
Reaper.
Yeah, that
Uh,
I forget his name.
there's Roadhog, and Roadhog has the hook.
Yeah, well, there's one from League of Legends that has the
I forget the League of Legends.
yeah
Oh
like
man.
the hook. And you know what? Like I see that they saw what League of Legends did with like that's a World of War sorry that's a Warcraft 3 mod, and they saw what they did and were like, oh man, we can make money off this, you know.
Yeah.
However, League of Legends did it really well. As I'm thinking Overwatch did it too because people still play it. And I don't hear people complaining about like pay to win shit, but like
It's
you,
only it's all cosmetic.
yeah, that's what League of Legends is. It's cosmetic. You can buy your heroes, your champions or your legends, but you don't have to buy it with real money. You can
Earn it.
play the game, earn it, and it doesn't take forever. Um,
Yeah, the only thing Overwatch does, like, they do have like because it's an esport, they do have like certain skins you can buy limited time for like the esport, but that's the only thing, and it's not pay to win. It's just a cosmetic.
that's what
But all the characters are unlocked. You don't have to ever unlock them.
that's what That's what League of Legends do too. They have like the team that won that year. They'll have like the setup and then the costumes for
Hmm.
them. Like, which I thought that was cool. Like, did I buy some skins? Hell yeah! Like,
Oh yeah, they look awesome.
yeah,
Some of them.
like Mecha Malphite. It gave me a huge
Yeah.
boner.
Oh, I remember.
Anything with a mecha in it for me, like it could be
Yeah, you
like,
told me. I know. We've had like you love it. You love to
yeah,
get it.
yeah, like if it's like mecha, I don't know, Ralphie, from
Hmm.
your Christmas story, I'll buy it. Like
Oh
mechas.
yeah, and I like Overwatch. Right now it's kind of in the World of Warcraft place right now in like game wise because the World of Warcraft had a problem with like I guess communication with Blizzard, and it's the same thing with Overwatch right now. It's in a really weird spot.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I know like World of Warcraft's still there. I can't imagine people
The
still playing it.
the lore of Overwatch is still not like explained after 3 years.
My thing is though, here's the thing though. It's a I don't know. It's a game where you spend 20 minutes with these
Yeah,
characters. Why? Like, why?
and I don't know. It's just
Why do you
I
need a
guess
storyline? You know what I mean? I
I
know
don't care
I know the
personally. I
one
just play.
chick is like a lesbian or something. Like, who cares? I mean, when's that ever gonna come into play?
That's what I said, and then they made like a one of the soldier guys. His name's Soldier. They randomly a couple like 2 years after the game, they were like he's gay, and nobody cared. But like,
Yeah, it's like everyone runs to get woke or whatever, but like no, like you are literally in the game for 20 minutes. Like there is no point to have any storyline unless they're gonna do like Tales of Overwatch, which I'm sure they would have if that one game studio didn't close down.
Telltales.
Yeah, if they didn't close down,
Yeah.
like, but like
Um,
why?
and the only reason like we do get like mini events. Like we'll do like it'll be like an in-game thing where you push the payload, and then it'll be a little story every couple like events.
Oh,
Like they'll
oh.
do that. They do that with like a nice early cutscene because Blizzard makes really nice cutscenes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember Warcraft 3 when that was released, probably like mid early 2000s,
Yeah.
and like man, like watching that just made my skin like gave me goosebumps. It was so good.
Oh
Like,
yeah, definitely. Like, and the other problem with Overwatch is I've never like came across because like I know Call of Duty. I used to play Call of Duty back in the day. I hate Call of Duty now though, but
yeah, sure, okay.
um
You're probably playing it right now as you're doing
nah,
this. You're like, oh yeah, I'm God.
nah, I hate God. It's so bad now because of Activision, but that's a whole different company. We can talk about a different
Cause
time. But
Activision. Yeah.
um, Overwatch, I've noticed like with Call of Duty when they buff and nerf guns, it's usually on point.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Overwatch, I don't think they listen to like the buffs and nerfs. Like they'll nerf or they'll buff a character that doesn't need a buff. Like
Well,
I feel like they're disconnected from their game and they don't play it. And
I think, to be honest with you, I think they do that on purpose. I think they want certain characters to have good seasons and players to learn certain characters. So like let's look at League of Legends for a while. Like when I first started playing League of Legends, the only reason why I bought a character was Twitch. I wanted to play the Ratman. I love Ratman.
he's
And
like Junkrat from Overwatch.
yeah, he sucked. When I first bought him, he was fucking trash. And then when the next season came up and I had stopped playing Twitch and I went to Graves and Malphite, all of a sudden Twitch was blowing up. They're like,
Did they buff
"Oh,
him
he's
or did someone just get good with him?
they know they buffed him and they changed some of his abilities.
That's good.
So I think, to be honest with you, I think they do it on purpose because like Malphite, for example, like Malphite used to be good, like a good top, and then they nerfed him, and then he sucked.
Hmm.
But then they keep on doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think they do
and
it on purpose.
and they do, but I just think the metagame right now is kind of stale, and we're just waiting for the next big update.
Well, I think once again that's one of the reasons why I think they do that, so it doesn't get
Mhm.
stale, and you're just waiting for the new season to come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It keeps you sort of like attached to it.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and I do play that occasionally, like I said, but and then the only other games I really play online are like, I mean, I've played Borderlands and like, um, and obviously like MMOs, but
whatever happened to Heroes of the Storm?
I I don't know, like it's still going. I don't think it's as a strong fan base, but I think it's still going. I don't think it's as popular.
I
I didn't
played
have,
it. I mean, I played it. It's League of Legends light.
yeah,
And to be honest with you, I thought it was more enjoyable. Maybe that's because I was kicking everyone's ass as Diablo.
yeah.
Like
I love
I
Diablo.
was actually good at it. but you hear nothing about Heroes of the Storm now. Like,
Nothing.
yeah, yeah,
They'll add like an Overwatch character too once in a while,
yeah. Well, I mean,
or
that's
like
just
a
them trying to get
Warcraft
you to go to
character.
Overwatch.
But I've played it and I thought it was good. And I'm not like, but I never hear anything about it either. Overwatch always overshadows it. Or World of
Overwatch,
Warcraft.
dilutes, overshadows, dilutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never hear anything about World of Warcraft either. They were supposed to release what, a vanilla version of WoW?
Mhm.
Yeah, like
I haven't. I don't even know the last time like the last expansion came out. That's what I mean. Like you don't ever hear. It's mostly Overwatch. That's their main focus now.
yeah, that's because of Activision.
Yeah.
That probably
That's what
makes
I
them
mean.
probably makes the most of your money. And I mean, MMOs are dead now. Let's just face that. They're
The
dead.
only MMO that I open world that I can't wait. I want to play Black Desert on PS4.
I
But
yeah. I heard. Well, Black Desert's a Korean one.
yeah. Well, it's finally coming to PS4 in August.
It looks very similar to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Assassin's Creed has
Assassin's
the word
Creed.
ass in
No.
it, and a really bad band called Creed in the title. I'm sorry if
I,
anyone likes Creed, but I'm not sorry. You got poor taste.
Assassin's Creed.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm talking about Creed, like the band Creed. I'm sorry,
Yeah, I
John.
know.
I'm
No,
sorry
I
if you
know.
like it, but
Oh no, that's fine.
yeah,
I don't even know where the last time I heard of them was when I was a kid. Like,
yeah, they're not anywhere anymore. But like it sort of Black Desert sort of looks like Assassin's Creed, sort of like the movement
mhm.
from what I've seen. It looks pretty fluent. And if there's anything Assassin's Creed did well was fluent movement, except when they started adding in like you like falling over when you're running, like
Yeah.
yeah, it was fucking annoying. Oh god.
I know Assassin's Creed. We've come far from that too. Like
Man.
a lot of their games are just, I don't know.
I haven't even bought a I haven't even bought a AAA title in a real long time.
Trying to think, what was the last one I bought? I probably just bought one.
The last two games I bought, or the last three I'll give you is Earth Defense Force 5,
Okay.
Yakuza Kiwami 2,
I don't blame you
um,
for that one.
Yakuza. I own them on PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
PlayStation 2, but I was like I'm gonna rebuy them anyway. I love the
I don't blame you.
Yakuza games, and then Fist of the North Star, Kenshira's Rage. Oh no,
Yeah.
Lost. Man, what was the name? It's the new one,
I can't think of it
Lost
either.
Paradise.
Okay. The
Dude,
last one I bought was well, it was an exclusive. Days Gone.
how was that?
It's really good. I thought it was gonna be really crappy, but
I see.
it's really good.
I was getting that one confused by the one Hideo Kojima's making right now.
Yeah. Oh, Death Stranding.
Yeah, I thought that actor Daryl, whatever his face is,
Was him.
yeah, whatever. I don't know.
I don't know what they're doing with that game.
Yeah,
Uh,
I thought that was the same game for some odd reason.
yeah. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 was the last one.
You were telling me you weren't too happy with Kingdom Hearts 3.
No, and that's what you said. Like, felt like I was waiting my whole life for that one, and I didn't think I was gonna live to see
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3. I think, what's it called? The media killed it. Like as we got older,
Yeah.
I think, and I got a lot older. I'm not a kid anymore, so it didn't have the same feel. Like I still will always play Kingdom Hearts if they. Well, I'll probably be like 60 by the time the next one comes out. But
It's
like. But yeah, I don't know. Like I'm always been a Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy fan, so like
Kingdom Hearts 4. Let me give you a question. Kingdom Hearts 4 or Half-Life 3? Which one's coming out first?
Kingdom Hearts 4. It's probably gonna be Kingdom Hearts, like 3 spin-offs before 4. But yeah,
I've noticed that Valve stops at 2 with everything.
they can't count past 2.
Yeah, they can't. I mean, it's just what it is. I'm surprised their games are worth more than $2.
And that's what I said. Left 4 Dead is bought by a different company now.
Yeah,
It's called like Left 4 Dead Trails of Blood, or I don't know. It's probably gonna be.
it's probably
But,
gonna be
like,
garbage.
yeah, it sounds really bad, but
Yeah.
like, and yeah, I don't really buy AAA's. Like, and I just said Black Desert is like the only one.
Well, that's not even a
MMO.
AAA game. I mean, yeah, I think that's not
No,
it.
that's
So
the last online I mean that
I,
I play. Like,
yeah, I give you a pass on that. You know, you're good with
mm.
me. Like you can, but AAA titles is just I can't remember the last time one came out that was good. Like let's look at Anthem. Like they were hyping that up.
Oh, I wasn't gonna buy that. I knew that was gonna be bad.
It
I loved
blew.
it. Yeah.
And
I,
then what was the one before that? Fallout
Division.
76.
Oh yeah. I felt bad for people. I'm not a fan of Fallout, so like I played them, but I'm not crazy about them. I always get them when they're really cheap.
Yeah, that's the best time to get them. I mean, they're full of
Um,
bugs and they're just boring to
well, I'll
me.
never get 76, um, but I'm trying to think of the other. Oh, and the only other MMO I ever played was Final Fantasy,
Oh,
and
which one? The Final Fantasy. What was that? Like 14?
14.
Yeah, I played
Yeah,
11. Final Fantasy
yeah.
Online 11, I think it was.
You told me, yeah. I never got to play that. It was gone by the time I grew up.
You can still play it. You can buy it on Steam, and
Yeah.
there is like private servers up. But I remember I had no clue about like the auction house. It was my first MMO, and I found like this goblin helmet, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I've never seen this before. So I sold it to someone for like 2,000 whatever gold it was or whatever, and I think I ripped someone off because you can equip it. You can't do
Really?
anything with it. I think it was just junk,
But he bought it.
but he bought it.
That's his own fault, though.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm pretty dirty, but the helmet was cool looking. Like it looked like a
Yeah.
predator helmet.
Maybe he just wanted it for like collecting. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. But like that game, that Final Fantasy, when you died, it actually took levels away from you.
That's crazy.
That sucked. Like that really sucked.
14. That was the only MMO I played. I paid for. It's kind of like Warcraft or World of Warcraft, where
Yeah.
you paid for it monthly.
Yeah.
And there's so much. It's still going on, and I just don't have time to play it because it took up so much time.
There's Guild Wars. I played that a few years ago, and Elder Scrolls Online. But like you're saying, like it requires too much time. I want to know when it's going to end.
Elder Scrolls I played too.
I want to know when the game's going to end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Elder
And
Scrolls
Neverwinter was the free one I played.
Neverwinter Nights. That was what, the Baldur's Gate clone or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I never played Neverwinter's Night, but
It was alright.
yeah.
It
I
wasn't
didn't
great.
I didn't know that. I thought that was more like a Diablo game where you sort of just hopped on with like 4 or 5 people. I didn't think it was like multi-massive, to be honest with you.
It wasn't.
Oh,
To be
okay. I
honest.
wasn't.
It didn't feel like it, at least.
Yeah, because that's what I thought it was. I just thought it was like Diablo and you just like ran around. But me and my wife had a lot of great fun with Diablo 3. But Blizzard is more interested in cell phone games now. So good luck
So,
seeing.
that's what I mean with the end. No, I know. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently.
But if there is one game that I said that I bought that you should check out, and if you haven't, the game series is ultra fun. Earth Defense Force,
Actually, I think I have it in my phone for games to buy.
dude, it's good, man. I have it. I want to buy Iron Rain, which is like a more polished version of it. The only issue with Iron Rain is the graphics are better, so there's not as much bugs on the screen. So
Oh, okay, that's not.
I don't know if I want more bugs or less
Yeah.
bugs or better graphics. You know what I mean?
It
But
depends. Like sometimes bugs are okay.
yeah. Well, no, I'm saying bugs, like giant bugs that you
Oh
fight.
yeah, not.
Yeah, I want more bugs. I don't want less bugs. And me and my wife, we play it, and Earth Defense Force 5 at least, and we have
I'm
too
glad you
much
got around to
fun.
playing it because I remember when you got it.
Yeah, like I didn't know because my daughter was just born, remember?
Yeah.
And I was like, how the hell am I gonna play this game? But yeah, Earth Defense Force. Even since it's on PC now, like they released it on PlayStation 4. They even released the Yakuza's on PC.
Wow.
Um,
I think a couple months ago they gave a free Yakuza for free on PS4.
my only issue with buying games digitally on PlayStation 4 is that you can't carry them from system to system.
You have to deactivate your account and reactivate it, and you can bring
Yeah,
them all
but like
over.
my issue is like Yakuza on PlayStation 3, so I have Yakuza 5 on PlayStation
Oh, that
3.
you can't bring it to your PS4.
Yeah.
And they said in PS5 it's going to have that. I don't know why they didn't.
I mean, because right now my hands are tied. I mean, if I got rid of my PlayStation 3,
You wouldn't be able to play any of that.
I wouldn't be able to play anymore. So basically, I just wasted $60 on a title that I just erased now. Like, though I did notice that PlayStation 4, if you sign into your account, it'll show you your PlayStation 3 trophies and everything.
Yeah, it does do that.
And I was like, oh, Yakuza 5. I forgot I had that, you know?
Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm a really big trophy hunter when it comes to that stuff. Depending on games I like.
It really depends. If there's too many trophies,
Oh yeah, no.
yeah.
Like I told you, like I'm waiting for Persona 5's Gold Edition to come out, or Persona
No, they're releasing another one, dude.
No,
That's
the
not gold. That's not gold. It's a continuation.
Oh well.
So because the only other one they did this with was Persona 3. There's Persona 3,
Wait, what's gold then?
there's Persona 3, and then there's Persona FES, for 3 FES. And basically Persona FES, which I love Persona, but Persona FES is a continuation of Persona 3. And it just basically it closes up all the loose ends. Um, okay, I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing because I'm pretty sure that is Persona. Let me look at this. Persona 5.
The
Because I
gold
know.
edition is just going to be add more stuff. They said it's not. It's going to have the same story.
Oh, okay, all right. So they are releasing now. There's the Royal New now.
That's yeah,
Is that the gold?
yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it can. It
Uh,
looked different.
they added like stuff like where you can go into the bar and play pool and stuff, but and extra stuff. But it's like they said 300 more hours of gameplay.
Oh yeah, okay. So all right, buy that because I'm pretty sure what they're gonna do is because they released Persona 3 and then they've released Persona 3 FES. FES had the original game, and then you could either select the original game or the new one, and you just start off with the new one. So yeah, definitely buy
That's why
Royal.
I'm waiting. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm waiting for it. It's October like 22nd or
See, that
something.
pisses me off because I went out, I supported the game at $60.
Yeah,
And now I'm gonna have to buy Persona 5 Royal.
I think it might have an upgrade. I think they were talking.
Okay,
There's an upgrade for like maybe like $20.
okay. If that's the case for another 300 hours of gameplay, I'm all over it. Because from the screenshots I've seen, it seems like everyone. I don't want to give too much away for Persona 5. If you guys have not played Persona 5, play it. It seems like everyone sort of like forgot what happened in Persona 5,
Yeah,
and something odd's going on. And
they still
man,
never finished the anime.
you want to hear
They
something?
left. What's up?
Persona 4 was inspired by JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
What was it?
hmm
See, I never played the original. I've never played Persona until Persona 5, so I wouldn't know that.
Persona 4 is a really good one too. If you get the chance, Persona 4 Golden was released on the Vita. If anyone owns a Vita, but yeah,
I don't think I have a Vita.
dude, it's Makoto. Makoto was my girl in that. And Persona 4 Chie. Chie.
I've seen all the Isn't there movies for that one?
Yeah.
I've seen those, but like I've never played it.
Yeah,
And like we were talking about 5, and I was like, a couple months before I was gonna get it, it was like $20, and I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Yo,
And
back.
then they talked about the Royal Edition.
If you look at my Makoto or my Chie, my waifus, you better back the hell off. I
Nah.
want to hear about you and Chie and Makoto, man. I'll be coming at you hard body. But it's good that you waited, because it is an awesome,
I'm
awesome
glad
game.
I didn't waste money and then like be like ah.
Yeah, like oh fuck, man. Because now I'm gonna have to spend $80, and if you just drop it on Royal, you'll get it for like 60 or
The
whatever
same
they're
thing.
selling for. Yeah,
And that's why I was like, oh, that'll be October. I can't wait. I've
yeah,
been
yeah. I wouldn't watch the anime. Like I know you did watch the anime, but like I think
they
it's
didn't
best.
they didn't finish it. So
All right, good, because there's a nice twist. Like such a nice twist.
I don't think they're going to finish it.
All right, good. Because if they did, I mean, because there's only like maybe 10 or 15 more hours after that twist onto the game. You go to like two more dungeons, I think I recall,
Hmm.
and there would be no point. You know what I mean? I think it would ruin the game. They would lose
I think they
sales.
left it off on a cliffhanger. I think I read it somewhere on
Yeah,
purpose
yeah.
to
So
not ruin the games. Like
um, the main character from 5 and 4 are definitely the best main characters. Um, in the series. So
I
though
definitely like Rin. Yeah.
I think I'd much rather just had them do another Persona, but that would have taken another console. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because they always release games at the end of like a lifespan for a console. Atlas does.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that we got Persona 5.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm too happy that I mean anything that comes from Japan, the games like I love. I can't get enough. And that's why like on my channel I play a lot of the games that are just you never had them and then they were translated.
mhm.
So, which I was telling you before about the controversy with the Dead of Brain. Someone's like, "Oh, it's not the real translated one." It's
I
pretty.
mean, at least
Yeah.
it's something though.
But no, I was watching a Japanese playthrough of it. and the guy was reading the whatever the Harakana, whatever the font, the text is,
Yeah.
and I was in the same spot, and it was pretty spot on. You know what I mean? There might have been like slight differences, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So,
That you could tell.
yeah, who cares? I mean, some things were switching around. Like I was going to go to a party, but he said, I was going to go to the party with Doc, but I remember like it's so stupid and insignificant. Some of the changes.
I've noticed like today's name, like people get really offended easily. So like over something stupid.
Tell them to play. Tell them to play Wild Arms 2. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. Play Wild Arms 2 and try to make sense out of that storyline. And come back to me with Dead of the Brain, please. Like, no. It's fine. I can play it. I can actually get through it. I'm good. It has zombies getting their eyes gouged out with my thumbs. I like it. Like, I don't give a crap. Thank you for the information, by the way, though. The commenter who gave that to me. Make sure you subscribe. But we're actually coming. Yeah, shameless plug, baby. But yeah, we're actually coming up on the 2-hour mark, dude. My wife probably thinks I'm dead in here.
Do you want to stop it here?
Yeah, man. I do think though, if we do this again, maybe we should like pick up a game or something like that and play.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, this is only the first time, but we'll definitely do something.
Yeah. We'll have to talk about it. Maybe we'll surprise people on what we play if anyone actually watches it.
Yeah.
I probably should have put something up on like my channel. You probably should have put something out there saying like, look, we're gonna stream. And it doesn't help that I didn't notice that I had to set the privacy to public instead of unlisted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why you weren't showing up?
Yeah, that's why I wasn't showing up. I didn't
That's
notice
fine.
that. Yeah, but yeah. But
No,
anyway,
it definitely was a good first podcast. It was good talking to you and
yeah,
whoever watched.
this burst my streaming, cherry. So,
How'd you like it first time around?
you were very gentle with me. I mean, it was fun. I just think I do wish we had something for the viewers to like watch as they were listening to our silky smooth narration voices. We'll have to check it out. I was looking at Eyes of Heaven, so I mean, I'd have to wait to make some money, to grab that.
Oh yeah, yeah, no problem.
They will
Probably me too, to be honest.
They have like a whole story mode on that. The only
Yeah,
problem
I'm gonna
is
have to definitely grab that.
it's PlayStation 4 though only.
You could still chat on that.
Oh, can you? Oh.
Yeah, it's got its own
Oh.
streaming service.
Oh snap! But can
Yeah.
you throw that on the YouTube too?
Yeah, you can stream right through YouTube or Twitch.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Holy crap!
You just won't have OBS or anything to look at, but
Oh, that's fine. I'm not even looking at it right now. Like
that's what I mean.
I'm looking at Brazilian fart porn.
You would just you have your computer. You could just literally if someone comes.
Yeah, it's not.
That's it.
It's not that big of a deal. Plus, on the I've seen on PlayStation 4, you can see the chat.
Comments.
I think.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty much easy, so we could definitely do that. But yeah, no, it was good talking to you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
man. Let me know when you want to do this again. If you guys actually like this, make sure like you put it down in the comments. They tell me like, yo, man, I enjoyed it. I didn't see it live, but I think you guys are both sexy, handsome guys, and I'd like to see like fan art of hentai. And no, don't please, no fan art hentai. You don't even know what we look like.
You can't put that on YouTube.
Yeah, like you don't even know what we look like. I mean, but yeah, put it down in the comments. Don't if you want to see it again. If you guys have any suggestions for games, please don't spoil anything on JoJo for us because we sort of actually want to watch it.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Yeah, because I'd be very upset. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Mr. Anderson,
And
and
I'm Mr. Xinksly.
Did you say I'm Mr. Xinksly?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, because I'm the Mister here. You're just the
All
ex.
right, well, I am Xinksly, right?
Yeah, you are Xinksly. All right, get in your place, pleb. And thank you very much for watching.
See you guys later.
Bye bye.